Movie tie-in games. They're always known to suck. But is that truly the case? Now, I haven't played a Spider-Man game since Spider-Man 2 for the PS2. Although I'd never beaten Spider-Man 2, I could respect what it had going for it and why the fans thought it was so fun. Though now times have changed and the two latest Spider-Man games, Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Time, developed by Beanox, have been mediocre at best. Hi everyone, my name's Chase Hawkin from UnionJackGaming and I'm here to find out, does the Amazing Spider-Man game live up to expectations and does it break the movie game curse? Let's find out. The story in the Amazing Spider-Man game is a follow-up to the Mark Webb movie reboot of the same name. When Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker go snooping around Oscorp's test facility, they come upon Alistair Smythe, an expert in nanotechnology who plans to create more cross-species experiments using the research that originated from the strain Dr. Kirk Connors created to become the Lizard. When all the experiments escape the facility, they begin wreaking havoc in Manhattan and infecting the citizens of the city. It's now up to Spider-Man to find and defeat all the cross-species and also create and distribute a cure to save Manhattan. The story is overall pretty good. It's interesting enough to keep you playing, but don't expect anything groundbreaking or anything close to the level found in comic book titles such as the Batman Arkham games. One thing I will say is that the characters in the stories are written well. Spider-Man is always cracking wise and will make you laugh on several occasions, even while fighting bosses.
What is that?
Detected. Elimination required.
Oh, no, please! I beg you! No, not elimination! Oh, please, no! No! Gotcha.
There are a lot of references in the script to other comic books and cartoon shows too. You can tell that even though the story is pretty boring at parts, the writers knew how to write these characters. Speaking of characters, for the most part all the characters have voice acting that ranges from mediocre to great, with Sam Riegel, who also voices Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as Spider-Man being the highlight of the game.
Door-to-door service. It's not much, but it's a quiet place to work while you develop the antidote.
You live here?
Are you kidding? I couldn't afford to rent a closet in this place.
Everyone else does their job competently and provides a solid performance. Bruce Campbell is also in the game as the always funny extreme reporter. He's great as always too.
Now, for your first mission, get that pretty spider butt to the marked antenna on that skyscraper. Speaking of antennas, I was on my mountain bike checking out some very fine ladies when, bang, I took one right in the face. They were lifting a huge antenna right in the middle of the street. It's supposed to catch airwaves, not me. Not to mention, it ruined my hair in the process. I hate antennas! Anyway, good luck!
The game itself looks up to the standard you would expect, but the game could look better in some areas. For instance, the open world of Manhattan sometimes just looks pretty bland and the citizens and traffic are pretty lifeless. But Spider-Man itself looks awesome and indoor areas look really good. All the character animations and web effects look great and the lip syncing is also on point. Also, the fact that Spider-Man's suit changes through combat is, well, simply put, pretty fucking awesome. As for the gameplay, the team at Beanox has built an extremely fun game, and the main two reasons for this is that they go back to the formula that made Spider-Man 2 as a game great, and they borrowed greatly from the Arkham games for combat and stealth action. The game is completely free roam and the city of Manhattan is never short of things to do. When you aren't tackling the main missions, you can do side activities which range from intercepting a car chase, stopping a mugging, or finding pictures for a reporter. You can also infiltrate Oscorp facilities for tech upgrades and find 700 of the scattered comic book pages that fill the city. When it comes to exploration, you get to travel in style by web swinging everywhere. The web swinging itself is completely fun to do, it's fast, and it makes you feel like Spider-Man as the gushes of air come past you. People may complain that the web doesn't stick to the buildings, as it did in the past games, but to be honest, that never bothered me. And if that fuels your decision to not check out this game, then frankly you're a complete idiot. The combat in The Amazing Spider-Man is split into two sections, action beat 'em up and stealth. The fighting system is ripped straight out of the Arkham games as it rewards timing and not combos. It's actually pretty simple to clear a room full of guys with Spidey, but my problem is that when Spidey is doing all these spectacular moves, it doesn't feel as if you're part of the action. It's more like a press button for awesome things to happen kind of thing. Not to say you don't feel like a badass after clearing a room though, as the system really lends itself well to Spider-Man. The stealth is okay, you can climb on the ceilings and perform stealth takedowns to silently take out your foes and web sling out of the danger if it gets a little heated. To be honest, the stealth is really simple and way off from being a significant mechanic.
Even with the flashlight!
Oh, he got real sleepy all of a sudden.
There are boss fights in the game which involve fighting the Rhino, Scorpion, Iguana and Vermin. All the fights have simple ways of winning and are pretty easy and, to be honest, for the most part disappointing. Although the villains themselves actually look really cool. The biggest addition to this Spider-Man game is the web rush mechanic. which basically allows you to look through Spider-Man's eyes and pick a place you want to reach, and get there in a stylish and very Spider-Man way. You can utilize the web rush mechanic in combat, which allows you to slow down time, pick an enemy and zipline into them, which frankly is a lot of fun and enables you to perform badass stunts like this.
What's wrong? You look confused. How about that? It's time to perform my coup d'éclat. Are these wigs important? I thought they were just for show. Sorry.
When it comes to using the web rush to get to places in the open world, it seems like it makes the game too easy and feels like you are disconnected from the action. It's a great idea though, but I just think it needs a bit more fine tuning. Overall, I would say the game is fun to play and definitely is not broken like most movie tie-in games, which is a freaking good thing. Now for my verdict on the game. Since I could not decide whether I wanted a scoring system or a recommendation system for my reviews, I have decided to implement both. My score for the Amazing Spider-Man game is a solid 8 out of 10. It's a great movie game title that deserves recognition for not sucking when everyone thought it would. The game has fun exploration and a lot of replayability, though an addition of a new game plus would have been greatly appreciated. The game's simple stealth mechanics, inconsistent graphics and the lack of originality hold it back from true greatness, but I am totally recommending this game to all fans of Spider-Man and Spider-Man games, as you will enjoy the shit out of it. To everyone else, this is a solid rental, as you'll be done with the game in at least 9 hours or more. In my opinion, this is the best Spider-Man game that has been released in years and one of the best movie licensed titles ever made.